we're gonna go left at the next stop sign. Get past her, then do your left blinker. That way you're not focusing on too many things at one time.
August of 2012, I was feeling pretty dreary and slow. I ended up going to the hospital, ended up becoming unconscious, and they discovered I had West Niles. The virus settled in my spine around C4 and 5, and unfortunately I woke up 3 weeks later paralyzed with acute flaccid paralysis. So what you see is what you get. I've got, over the last 4 years, I've got some core strength where I can sit up, I can hold my head up, I can move my hands back and forth, but this is about it. I can't raise them up to feed myself, even scratch my nose.
I may have to angle it a little bit, but...
It's important for me to try to return anybody who has that goal to driving to hopefully have them meet that goal. If any client that comes into our door, I'm always trying to figure out how can I get this person to return to independent driving.
Actually, over the last 3 years, I got enough strength where I can move a joystick.
Everyone's different after their injuries of what their function is.
Gentlemen, you comfortable back there?
Seatbelts? Yes, sir.
And if we can figure out a way to do it, we're gonna try. Curt was no different. Curt wanted to drive. He didn't think it was possible for a long time.
So make a smooth right turn.
Craig Hospital teaches you how to live in a wheelchair and how to become independent again. So I went back for a real evaluation. They were pretty amazed at how much movement I got again, and actually said, we got some cool equipment that maybe you could start driving again.
But as soon as we started talking to him and showing him some of the equipment, right away you can kind of see that spark that he's like, I think I might be able to do this.
It'll be 5 years in August since I've driven on my own.
Specialized equipment that's out there that can allow him to use 2 joysticks, one for gas and brake, one for steering, and then of course special buttons and touch screens to allow for other functions of the vehicle to turn it on, change gears, manipulate things like turn signals. But he had enough hand function, we thought this would be a possibility for him.
It's like flying a jet. It's a video game that basically I use one to brake and one to accelerate, the other one left and right controls. It's driving. It's completely 100% independent driving. And
left blinker and then a brake.
Learning to drive again, I felt like I was 16.
But it is very sensitive, it's very specialized. It requires just the most minute of touches to make turning maneuvers and gas and brake maneuvers.
Think of yourself sitting next to someone with joysticks who's a quadriplegic and can't move, and then asking him to go 65 miles an hour on handbrake drive.
Curt is somebody who doesn't have enough function in his arms to feed himself because he doesn't have biceps. He can't pull his hand up to his mouth, but yet his hands in front of him can still operate equipment to drive a vehicle. And that's a really amazing thing, something that I think people would never think is possible, and yet it is. And it just takes the right person with the right attitude and the right goals and the right equipment to meet his needs, and it is possible to do.
The adaptive driving program at Craig Hospital has given me new hope for basically living a normal life.
And I'm just so excited to have him have that independence to go bowling on his own if he wants to, and then he can take his wife out to eat if he wants to, and those types of things, and not just be a passenger in the vehicle anymore.
The hope was always there. I mean, the hope was that I'd walk again, but realistically,
it's only going to get easier and smoother, you know, obviously with 100 times practice. Nice, Curt.
no, I didn't think they'd ever have the technology for me to drive.
Just go slow at it, but make a tighter one. That was very nice.
It's a really proud moment to get through this with him and to work with him towards this major, major goal of his.
So much smoother.